Hey, my bullet journaling friends. I am finally getting my April set up, filmed and voiceovered for you. I know that the month of March was definitely a slow month of videos for me. I'm super sorry about that. But we were preparing for spring break around here, and that meant doing a few side hustle jobs instead of YouTube. Honestly, things like DoorDash and delivery services bring in a ton more money than YouTube. I barely make like $10 on here. But enough about that. I am super excited for this setup. April is the month that both of my boys' baseball seasons start. My oldest will be playing high school baseball, and my youngest travel ball season starts. And then once my oldest is done with his school season, his travel ball season will start. So, what that means is my life is about to get crazy, and two, that we will be at the fields, pretty much nonstop. The beginning of April isn't, like this week, but starting next week, as long as Michigan weather cooperates with us, you will find us at the fields. All right, so what I did here was April, I used a stamp set to stamp that out. It is a close to my heart one. I'm trying to find which one it was, and it's not on here. I thought I had it. Oh, maybe. Yes, right here. Okay, it is called Framework Alphabet. I have the upper and lower set. I'm pretty sure that it is an older set because I did get it off of the by the secondhand store, whatever, buy, sell, trade one. That's that one. And then I just got out a bunch more of my baseball stamps. I have a set from Studio Calico, and I have a sports-ish set from Elle Studio. That is the Go Team stamp. If they are available, I will link all three below. I did like how the framework from the Close to My Heart set looked like a sketch almost. I thought it just went well. So I decided, I looked for a ton of inspiration on Pinterest, and really there wasn't much there. I even looked on Instagram. There was maybe one or two. So I was really struggling with how I was going to put this together. And I said, you know what? We are going to just take it back to the, I think I last did this maybe with my Halloween, where I just kind of stamped all over, because I loved how that one came out, and we're just going to use our stamps. So if you know me, I am not a good sketch person or drawer or anything like that. So I rely on stamps to make my bullet journal look good. You will see, or you did see previously, that I did use a big circle stencil to make bigger baseballs. You'll see that I'm going to come in and make those baseballs just so that I would have a little bit of a variation. But for the most part, I used the Studio Calico stamp set for the little diamond fields, the baseball, the bat, that Go Team, and the batter up. And I think the Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So I kind of just went around, as you see, and sporadically just filled in spots. Here I am. I didn't know exactly what else I wanted to do, and what other ones. I was running out of stamps. I don't have that many. And so I was trying to give myself a minute to think about what I wanted to do. So I went in here. I'm actually using the sides of the banner on that stencil to make the little seams in the baseball, so that they would be a little bit more uniformed. And then you will also see me go in and color this a bit. right, as you can see here, I just added some red seams to my baseballs and coloring in my bats with a Tombow 977. I will do my green in a Crayola tip, I believe. I could not find a good green. I have a lot of dark greens for my my Tombows, so yep. So you'll see, I just used a Crayola Super Tip. Of course, like I always mention, if you are looking for the most colors and the best bang for your buck, go to your Crayola tips. Those are the best. All right, so as you're going to see, I didn't feel like this was like super finished. I feel like there could be something more. I might go in with some like ink blots or something to kind of finish this out. But for now, it's fine. As you can see, I'm behind. I think I was doing this on the 2nd of April because we were on spring break. So I just am at this point trying to get it done because I need to write my plans for that next week, and I'm never usually this far behind. So, all right, we are moving on to our monthly view. Another one where I just don't know how to decorate this. You're going to see I do a little bit, but I feel like over the next couple of days, I'm definitely going to be filling this in. I did want to leave this part in, which I usually do not. I usually sketch out everything, at least for my calendars, and then do it with you guys. But I had a few people ask how I use those rulers that Scribbles That Matter give to you. And so I figured I'd just leave this a little bit in. I don't think I leave too much in for you. All right, so normally I will go back and just erase most of the pencil mark where I can just see a little bit and start going in with my Micron 08 pen. That is what I like to use for my outlines. I just like a thick outline, and for the most part when I'm writing or doing anything I use a 0.05, and anything obviously intricate is anything lower than that. But for my outlines, I definitely like to use a nice bold 08. They even have a 10 if you like an even bolder line. I actually have that one and love it also. You will see previously I used that bat stamp to make a little sidebar. That is just going to be where I put my like to-do list, my next month list, as I will have a lot of stuff probably that needs to go on that list with baseball and my assignments for my creative team that I'm on. And so I just put that over there. Also one for my stats, my social media stats I will put over there also. Thought that was a cute way to incorporate it. This is where it kind of falls off. You'll see I stamped one. I don't love it. I thought I would like to do like little baseballs. I should have just gotten a littler circle and drew in the baseballs because these end up being a little bit too big. But I already had one down and I said, you know what, just commit and do it. And now that it's all put together, I don't mind it too much. You can't really see the numbers. I did those in red. You'll see that here later. But I am using that framework stamp to make everything nice and put together. Carry out that lovely theme. I did a really good job last month spreading that March theme throughout the month, even though I did not get to the end spread. I just didn't need one for the last week of March, as we were on vacation for most of it. So no reason to waste pages, right? Here I am, you're seeing me go like fidgeting back and forth about that stamp, and I said, forget it, we're gonna go for it, and I just go and stamp it all. All right, you're seeing me here now take that red pen, and like you can see, it is hard to see the numbers here. You can see them in a real person, but you know what? This is for me and not anybody else. So as long as I can see them, right? Coloring in those bats, of course, to add a little bit of color. And here is where, I also color in my titles. So you will see me from here on out use that same brown to color in everything. With baseball, I always tend to shy away from it because I don't love all like the reds, even though both of my kids are on teams that are red. So I've thought if it ends up going that way or going too red and green almost, that this brown will be a good contrasting color to all of that. And again, I'm not sure. I was thinking of making this into like a ball diamond. I'm just not sure on how to do that yet. So I kind of just leave this page and fill out all of my vents. I do believe I am going to leave that in here also for you to see, because that is another comment that I get about how that you only see like the beginning. I do sometimes do flip throughs at the end, but trust me guys, I use my planner every day. I don't take that much time to set this up and not use it. This thing gets very full. So I am showing you how I put in events. I don't have any rhyme or reason. I don't do a color coding system. I do write in it with pen, and if something gets changed, and things will get changed in April. It rains a ton in Michigan in April, and games will get canceled, and either I will put a scratch through it and put cancel, or I will white it out. Either one, I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people get upset if plans change in their bullet journals, and that's just not me. All right, moving right along to the first weekly. This will be about as far as we get in this video for setting this up. I have found my baseball pen too. I was so bummed. I thought I lost it. I actually found it in a bag. Pulling back out that framework stamp set, I am actually going to use the lowercase. Sorry, I couldn't get that out of my get it off my tongue. I'm actually going to use the lowercase here and use it for the month and then the days of the week. All right, finishing up those days of the week. It went a little wonky. I should have moved my Tuesday down a little bit further, whatever. And then that would have moved Wednesday down. Always using my close to my heart intense, oh no, I have archival black ink. I am praying that very soon their re-inkers are going to go back in stock because my pad is getting awful, awful dry. I need that to come back so quickly. I see that they have the ink pads, but none of the re-inkers. Everything is out of stock almost. Intense Black is out. I don't even see archival, unfortunately, on here. I see regular black, but not archival black. And, oh, gosh. Come on, close to my heart. So, all right, next step is I'm just going to go through and color in all of these. Let me know in the comments below if you are somebody that likes to sit here and watch the coloring. I know it's probably 50-50, maybe a little bit less. I think there's a time when I like to watch somebody color. I like to watch more card artist color, like Copic style coloring, and that's clearly not what I'm doing here because I always don't know what to leave in or cut out, what like the boring part is, but I think we're gonna cut this one. So with a little bit of a YouTube magic, that is done. I wasn't gonna get super fancy. I probably went a little bit fancier than I thought I was. Oof, my face. It is early in the morning, and I don't realize that more of my face is getting in there. And so you will recognize this spread. I did this in March. It's a very simple spread, and I think it works pretty well. I do like it for when my weeks are full of events. I do put a like weekly events sidebar over here where I just write out practices, meetings, anything like that, so that it keeps it away from my to-do list and it just doesn't get lost in the to-do list pretty much, because when I don't have a vertical spread where I can put them at the top of every day, they do end up just getting kind of lost in the long to-do lists that I constantly am making for myself. So here I am just filling that out. I put practices, there's a picture day and games over there. So nice and simple, but also making sure that we are remembering everything. Oops, put something down, wasn't there. I think I accidentally jumped a week and I was like, oh, that's not right. All right, so I jumped ahead and wrote in some of my to-do list, but I am going to finish off decorating the rest of this page. I didn't feel like I needed this sidebar too much. I could have used it for like things to buy and all that kind of stuff. But when I've looked back at other weeks, I haven't used it quite as much. I am prepping for obviously Easter, so I don't know. I could have probably did it, but I needed some decorations. So here I am kind of doing the same thing I did for that front page and just using my stamps to randomly go about and stamp out everything. Here is another good picture of that Studio Calico one. Again, just randomly putting them, trying not to think too much. I feel like if I start thinking too much, then it stops being so random a little bit. I will say at the end, I do wish I had a little bit more red in this spread, so maybe we'll go back through and figure out a way to add some red. Because maybe I should have done like the pendants in red ink or something like that. Yeah, and there I'm going a little bit too fast and didn't stamp that one very well. But it ends up being, I feel like more golfish almost. I don't know. It was kind of funny. I don't know. let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm just going to go through and color my fields green. I do use a different type of green. But I had a few more spots in there that I definitely needed to fill a little bit. So, you know, when you're talking about baseball, just put the word baseball in there. So I honestly could have left it right there, and I think it would have looked good with just the pop of brown, honestly. But I think when I add the green here is where it almost feels golfish because of the green. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for coming back and watching. Again, I'm sorry for the lack of videos last month. Hopefully I can get back on a schedule and get those out. Definitely have a lot of budgeting videos that I need to get caught up on. I did keep up with my budget planner. I just was not able to film it. I just needed to get through that month. You know, sometimes life just takes over, right? We have to focus on the more important things, and we can't be great at everything. And I need to be a great mom first, right? So again, thank you so much for being here. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new. And if you are coming back, I would love a thumbs up to let me know that you guys love this video. I will be back with more weeklies to fill out the rest of the month. I just needed to get this part done and filmed so that you guys would have something, and this is as far as I got. That's pretty much just the reality of it. So thank you guys again, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.